Hello everyone! This is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome one and all to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food Review series. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Thank you for checking in. Pretty straightforward review today. When it comes down to fast food, and I know for sure I'm not the only person with this grievance. I think pretty much every single one of us watching this video has the exact same issue with all of this. The prices, right? The quality of fast food is it's iffy at best. There are some items that are really good, and there are many that are mediocre, or, there's so much variability and fluctuation. And then you see the price of things, and, you struggle to even justify it to yourself. You try to say, well, how can I go out and pay, close to $20 for some burger or chicken sandwich that's, mediocre at best? Maybe it would be good, but it might be horrible, and the price just isn't getting any lower. So how can I really justify this, right? A lot of people have that problem. I have that problem. For those of you who are longtime viewers, I think you know one of my primary grievances with fast food over the last few years has been the price. The quality stagnates at best or declines, and the price just goes up and up and up. So in order to combat this, you've seen a lot of establishments as of late trying to release these various meal deals. I believe McDonald's has done that, Taco Bell has, Burger King has. Every place is trying to recreate their value menus or these value meal deals. And granted, some of these new deals are better than others, but there is an emphasis on price, because if the prices keep going up, people are just going to quit going to these establishments. Well, that leads us to an interesting sort of divergence. You have these establishments that aren't really fast food. Maybe you would call them fast casual, perhaps, like Applebee's, for instance, that have said, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to try to directly compete with some of the big names in the fast food industry. And we're going to try to offer a better deal as far as both price and quality is concerned. And they have apparently done just that. Now, in today's review, I'm going to see, is this new meal deal that Applebee's has premiered, is it worth it? Because the price is pretty good, all things considered, but the food has to be good too. Applebee's said, for the price of just $10, $9.99, but essentially $10, for a limited time they're releasing what they call the really big meal deal. So it's supposed to be a little bit of a play on words. A really big meal, but it's, a really big deal too, get it? And what they're saying is for the price of just $10, you could either get a new deluxe burger that they have, or a new deluxe chicken sandwich, along with fries and a large soft drink, all for the price of $10. And when you think about it, that's, in this day and age, not a bad deal. If you get a decent-sized burger or chicken sandwich, a side and a drink, for $10, as long as the food is good, or good enough, that's a pretty solid deal. So there's been a lot of people talking about this, and I've been getting a lot of requests for this. Even if it's not Taco Bell or McDonald's or any of that, I thought, what the heck, let's give Applebee's a shot. Back in the day, long ago, I used to go to Applebee's fairly regularly. Not really anymore, but hey, let's see how it is. So, as part of the really big meal deal, you can get one of two sandwiches, okay? The first that you can get is the Big Cluckin Chicken Sandwich. And there's all sorts of jokes that I can make about the name, but I don't know if it's necessarily safe to go there, but believe me, there's a whole plethora. But they call it the Big Cluckin Chicken Sandwich. And what it is essentially is a chicken fillet that is, of course, fried, breaded, and crispy. It also comes with lettuce, tomato, pickles, and mayo. That's a new chicken sandwich that they have. Or, if you're not really feeling like getting a chicken sandwich, you could also get the Big Classic Bacon Cheeseburger. And on that is a beef patty, bacon, American cheese, lettuce, tomato, onions, and pickles. So again, like a deluxe burger with bacon or a deluxe chicken sandwich. Now, everyone these days is still obsessed with the chicken sandwiches, so I went ahead and I got the Big Cluckin Chicken Sandwich, and essentially I'm going to try it out, see how it is, see what it tastes like, and also just try out the fries and the drink as well. The side that it comes with by default are French fries, and as far as the drink is concerned, it's a soft drink. There's not a ton of variety to choose from. The options, I believe, were Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and Starry, I think it is. And that was really it, so I just went ahead and I got Pepsi, so that's what I got. But again, price for it was indeed $10. Just $10. We will see if it's any good or not. This is what it looks like right here, and I will hold up the sandwich momentarily. There's the fries, and there's the drink. This is the type of sandwich that I think I'm going to end up having to cut in half, because I do submit this is one big cluckin' sandwich. Yeah, I couldn't help myself. But yeah, I mean that is big. Crispy, looks like. Could see the lettuce. Well, there is a tomato lurking there, the mayo. Pickle. Yeah, it's a big chicken sandwich though. Quite big. We'll see how we'll see what it tastes like. So what I'm going to do next, real quick, because it might take a moment, but I'm going to pause the camera simply to cut it in half, and then I'll probably just leave it rolling while I eat for the most part. But let me get this cut in half, and we can get a good cross-section of it too, so I'll be right back. And there is the cross-section. So far, it looks promising, because this is one of the bigger chicken sandwiches I've seen. I mean, I really have to admit that this is quite large. And if it really is if it tastes good and it's just $10, I mean, it's sort of inarguable that it is in fact a good deal, but it has to be good. And we're going to find that out right now. The Big Cluckin Chicken Sandwich from Applebee's, it's going in. And I'll take one more bite. People will interpret this how they will. I understand. I'm genuinely surprised. I genuinely am. I'm surprised at how good this sandwich is. I wasn't really expecting all that much from this, quite frankly. I think a lot of it has to come from the fact that, the state of a lot of food these days is just so iffy. There's just so much garbage that I've tried in the last couple years, where it's like my expectations to begin with aren't all that high. But Secondly, and I don't know if this was just, something that maybe I was just seeing. Maybe it was sort of just like one of those things where it was just trendy, to hate on something just because, for no real reason. But a lot of people, from my understanding, sort of hated on Applebee's, at least for a while. I don't really know if they do anymore, but I know years ago people really did and would sort of make fun of them and say, oh, all the food is just, microwaved and frozen and this, that, and the other thing. And, certainly, look, there's a lot of places that do that, but a lot of people made fun of those sorts of fast casual establishments for that and sort of disparaged them from that. But let me tell you, I am actually impressed by this chicken sandwich. And saying this very straightforwardly, this is one of the better chicken sandwiches I've had. Quite frankly, I was genuinely surprised at the quality of this. I was not expecting it. I thought, especially for the price, because I've had so many chicken sandwiches where the quality is debatable at best, and, it's just like some rubbery, overcooked, or it's dry, or it's flavorless, or it's so chewy, it's one issue after the next. Whereas this one, I thought to myself, okay, it's really big, right? You could obviously see that. It's just $10. I thought, so what's the catch, right? Maybe it's got to be the quality, Take a bite, and I think to myself, wait a minute, this is actually pretty good. Maybe this is just genuinely a good deal with a genuinely good chicken sandwich for once. Could it be, right? Could it actually be that the food is actually good at an actually good price, shockingly? And the answer to that is yes. Absolutely. Yeah. There's really not much to criticize at all. There's a good amount of chicken. What surprised me the most is the quality of the chicken here. It far surpasses a lot of what I've gotten recently from places like KFC, from Popeyes, from McDonald's. Definitely in that upper echelon of chicken sandwiches. I kid you not. I think you could see, even with my bites, which many criticize, I eat how I eat, and I just, it is how it is, and it is what it is. But you could, I think, see my bites were essentially effortless. It's tender, it's juicy, it's very flavorful, and it still has that flavorful crunch and crisp to it on the outside, while again on the inside, it's not overcooked, it's not rubbery, it's not chewy, it's not stringy, it's just right. And it's flavorful. There's a good amount of the chicken. It's, lightly seasoned, but again, it still has that crispy crunch on the outside as well. Yet, I think you could see in the cross-section, there's so much of it there, chicken-wise, that the ratio of the breading to chicken is, it's not like that's all just breading or anything. You're actually getting a good amount of meat. It's there in every bite. It's a genuine, solid, decent chicken sandwich. The other ingredients, the lettuce is crisp. The pickles, the pickles always complement it nicely. It's totally fine. The mayo, I think, definitely helps give it some moisture. But the pickles especially complement the chicken. Goes nicely, a nice little crisp to it. The tomato is juicy. The lettuce has a little bit of a fresh crisp to it as well. So all the other ingredients are fresh as well. The bun holds everything together. It doesn't fall apart. It's not, dry or flaky or anything. All the ingredients are of remarkably high quality for what this is. Yeah, this is a good chicken sandwich. It actually tastes good. And if you say, okay, so then review, brah, humor me this. What don't you like about the chicken sandwich? Honestly, there's nothing that I don't like about it. It's just a genuinely good chicken sandwich. Not saying that it is the best in the world, right? We cannot conflate the fact that what I'm saying is that it's good versus, oh, this is the best chicken sandwich that I've ever had in my life. But this chicken sandwich, is it good for what it is? 100%, absolutely. And this is obviously why people would be getting it. It's good for what it is, no complaints. I'm going to try out a fry real quick. The fries are nothing really to rave about, you know, this is sort of... The quality of the fries is more or less what I was expecting the quality of the chicken sandwich to be, where, like, the fries are a little dry, you know, they're not... They're okay for what they are, but they're not the greatest, you know? It's one of those things that it's sort of just there. That's the sort of expectation that I had going in with the chicken sandwich, but no, the chicken sandwich far surpassed what I was expecting. And then I'll try out the Pepsi real quick. Yeah, typical soda. Well carbonated, sweet, no issues there, washes everything down nicely. So, rating the entire meal out of 10, it's $10. Chicken sandwich is great. Fries, you know, they are what they are, they're iffy, but the drink is fine, good amount of the drink as well. This is a good deal. You're actually getting a decent sized chicken sandwich that tastes good at a good price. I'm very happy with it. I'm going to give the really big meal deal from Applebee's, I'm going to give it a 9.4 out of 10. Most of that rating comes from the price and the quality of the chicken sandwich that you would be getting with it. So understand that. The fries are sort of just there, but to have a good item at a good price, you better believe it's going to get a good rating. And when I see people online saying, yeah, you know, I quit going to these places like McDonald's and KFC and Popeyes, etc., because I can get better quality food at a better price at even some of these fast casual establishments, I totally get what they're saying. Because, yeah, you better believe you can get better food at a better price by going and getting this meal from Applebee's. With 100% certainty, I say that. You're getting a better deal, better food, more of it, at a good price, so why wouldn't you? Applebee's, they know what they're doing, and they're really capitalizing, I think, off of a problem that definitely exists, and good on them for actually putting out a good meal deal that won't break the bank, and you'll get a good chicken sandwich for it. Very pleasantly surprised by this. I went into this with my expectations sort of tempered, but wow, this is better than I thought it would have been. Really is. So, that's all that I really have for you. Out of curiosity, you know, of course I'm always going to try the big names, you know, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, all that, but if you're interested, if you want to see me review more things like this, like some menu items from Applebee's and these sort of fast casual sort of restaurants, add those into the mix regularly, let me know. Just leave a comment if you'd like to see me review more stuff like this from these sorts of places, in addition to all the usual stuff. And if there's enough demand, I will be happy to oblige. And that's all that I have for you. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm your host, the Report of the Week, trying out something actually decent for once. Take care.